There's an idea out there that enlightenment is scary. To some extent, it is true, because if you think about it, we come into this world, the soul comes into this material world with a very deep rooted idea of happiness, which is Ishvaro aham, aham bhogi. Our idea is Ishvara means controller or control. Ishvari bhava is called the feeling of being able to, be in control. And bhoga means enjoyment, bhogi means enjoyer. So our idea is that if I can control, I can enjoy. And the extent to which I can control means is directly proportional to the extent I can enjoy. So you can see in this world, like in relationships, for example, uh, there's always control issues. People want to control the other person. They want to control what we do, and causes conflict. Same way you can see between countries. You can see in business. There's always a fight for control of resources, persons, emotions, all of that stuff, because we have this idea: if I want to be happy, if I want to enjoy, I need to control. If someone comes around and floats the idea that enlightenment means let go of control, it's kind of like someone's taking your whole world away from you. So, because it's very inherent, we're a part and parcel of Krishna, we're a part and parcel of the Supreme. So, the Supreme Controller, so we have a tiny amount of this controlling tendency. It's not that we need to give up control. That's actually a misapplication of real knowledge. We don't have to give up control, but we need to educate ourselves about what we can and what we should control to experience genuine happiness. That's where lies yoga knowledge and spiritual wisdom, because it's true we should control, but we are misguided as a symptom of our ignorance, of avidya, that we don't know what to control. And it takes me back to a very ancient conversation between a father and a son. It's in the Srimad Bhagavatam, an 18,000 verse collection of yoga wisdom. And the father is a very powerful demon, you can say, but you can also say he's like the conqueror of many worlds. He was so powerful, sheer power, yogic power. He had won over the lower planetary systems, the middle planetary systems, and the heavenly planetary systems. So he was kind of like, in a sense, pseudo god, he's super powerful. Everyone's bowing down to him. And he had a 5-year-old son who was a transcendentalist, a yogi. And there's a conversation between the two of them. And the father asked, like, how is it that you don't recognize that, me as a supreme controller? And in response, the 5-year-old son says this very important verse: Dasyan purashan na vijitya lampato manyeta eka swajita dasho disha. So he says this point that in the past there have been many, many kings like you, many, many warriors like you, who have won over swajita dasho disha. They have won over 10 directions. In the yogic text, there's 10 directions: east, west, north, south, northeast, northwest, north, south, up and down, like this, 10 directions. He says there's many people in the past who have won over swajita dasho disha, many kings like that. But they have forgotten to win over the main plunders in our life: dasyun pura shan na vijitya lampato. Shan, 6. There's the 6 main plunders in our life that they have failed to conquer. 1, the uncontrolled mind, and 5, the uncontrolled senses. That's 6 of them. So having failed to control our mind and our senses, if we win over all the different directions, all the different kingdoms, and have all the power to control, we will still not be satisfied, we'll still not be happy, we'll still be freaking out, because we haven't won over the main thing. So the kingdom we need to conquer in this life is that inner kingdom. The enemies we need to conquer, and he also explains that there is no real enemies in this world except for the ones that you make up in your mind. You can think this person's my enemy, and you think that person's your enemy because you think they can take something away from you. But actually, no one can take anything away from you but yourself, because you haven't recognized you. So you're associating with all these things around you as yours, and that's why you feel someone can take it away from you. But what's truly yours, no one can take away. But you sure can ignore it and feel like people can take things away. So it's a very powerful point that spiritual life is not about giving up control. It's about learning who and what to control and who and what to conquer. Just remember this, and life might be easier.